Hello dear students, welcome in science class. You all might be surprised by seeing all these things here. I have taken few examples from our surroundings, okay, that all are having different shapes, different sizes, different textures, okay, but one thing is common in them. What is common? That is, they all are having mass and occupy space. All these things occupy a space in this plate and they all are having mass. And that all things that are having mass and occupy space are called matter. So, this is our first chapter of our 9th standard chemistry portion, that is matter in our surrounding. So this is the name of the chapter, that is matter in our surroundings. So first we will do the definition of matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space are called matter. From the ancient time, people tried to categorize matter, and the early philosophers, they have given the classification, or they have differentiate matter into 5 elements. And they called these elements as Panch Tattva. Panch Tattva. What are these 5 elements? Air, earth, fire, sky, and water. They have classified the matter into these 5 elements that are called Panch Tattva: air, earth, fire, sky and water. And we all are saying that मानव शरीर पंच तत्व का बना है और वो उसी में विलीन हो जाएगा. Okay? And they were saying all the living and non-living things are made up of these 5 elements. But in modern days, the scientists classified the matter on the basis of their physical nature and chemical nature. Physical nature and chemical nature. On the basis of physical nature, they are, here I will write, that is solid, liquid and gas. Okay, and on the chemical nature, they are elements, compounds and mixtures. Okay, the modern scientists classified the matter on the basis of their physical nature and chemical nature. Physical nature, on the basis of physical nature, solid, liquid, gas, and on the basis of chemical nature, elements, compounds and mixtures. And in this chapter we will study about the physical nature of the matter. First we will start with physical nature of matter. In this we will do the first point, that is matter is made up of particles. Okay, earlier there were 2 thoughts regarding this, that is, the one was saying matter is to be continuous nature, like a block of wood, that it is a continuous nature, the matter is of continuous nature. The second thought was the matter is made up of particles like a sand. To show that the matter is made up of particles, we will perform one activity. To show that the matter is made up of particle, we will do one activity. I have taken water in a glass, okay. I have marked the level of the water in this glass. Now we will add one spoon of sugar in it and dissolve it. After dissolving the sugar in this water, is there any change in the level of the water? Are you able to see any change? No. What do you think has happened to the sugar? Where it has gone? Students, here the point that the matter is made up of particles, it is explaining. Okay, because the sugar particles get into the spaces that is between these water molecules or between these water particles. So this activity shows that the matter is made up of particles. If this matter, this water, it is of continuous nature, then the sugar particles will not be able to get into it or get dissolved in it. Okay, due to the particle nature, the sugar is able to dissolve in it. Now we will do the second point, that is how small are these particles of matter. In the first activity we have shown that the matter is made up of particle. Now in this activity we will show that the particle size is very small. Okay, now for this activity I have taken 4 glasses that are approximately filled with equal amount of the water, and in the first glass I will add a small pinch of this blue, that is the nail that we are giving to white clothes, dissolving in it. Okay, now I am taking one spoon from this glass and dip in this. Okay, after dissolving it in second glass, you can see the change in the color. Okay, but this glass water is also blue. Now I will take 1 spoon from this glass and add in another. After dissolving in this, there is again the change in the color of the, there is no change in the color of the water. It is again blue, but you will observe that the intensity of the blue color is changes. Now we will take 1 spoon from this and add in fourth one. Now you can observe that with every dilution, though the color becomes light, but it is still visible. So this activity shows that small pinch of your Nil or blue is having so many particles that keeps on dividing into smaller and smaller particles. That means the particle size is very small. Okay, the size of the particle is almost negligible. So till now students, we have done the physical nature of the matter. To show that, we have done the first activity, that is the matter is made up of particles. The second, to show that the particles of matter are very very small, that is they are small beyond our imaginations. So these are the 2 points under the heading physical nature of matter. The next we will start with the next topic, that is the characteristics of particles of matter. Now we have understood that the matter is made up of particles. Now we will study the characteristics of particles of matter. The first one is particles of matter have spaces between them. Particles of matter have space between them. In the previous two activities, we have shown this one only. That is, there are the spaces between the particles of the matter in which the other particles of the matter get into it. Okay, so when we dissolve sugar in the water or the Nil in the water, then they get dissolved in the water due to the spaces present between the particles. The second characteristics of the particles of matter is that the particles of matter are continuously moving. For this, we can do some activities to show that the particles are continuously moving. I have taken this incense stick that is commonly known as our dhoop that we are using to do puja. If we want to smell it, okay, then we have to come closer to it. But when we light it, we will get the smell of this incense stick by sitting at a distance. That means the particles of this incense stick are moving in the air. That means the particles are continuously moving. For doing another activity to show that the particles are moving, I have taken two glasses that are filled with the water. In the first glass, I will add few drops of blue ink, and in another I will add small amount of honey. Now what do you observe in both these cases? When we add few drops of blue ink and few drops of honey, they immediately get mixed with the water. That means the particles are moving. Okay, they move from higher concentration to lower concentration and they evenly get distributed in this water. Okay, so this activity also shows that the particles are continuously moving. Now for the next activity to show that what is the effect of temperature on the movement of the particles of matter. Okay, in one glass I have taken hot water, I have labeled here H, and in another glass I have taken cold water, so I have labeled C. Now I will add 1 spoon of sugar in both the glasses. And now we will dissolve it. As you are able to see the sugar in hot water, it get dissolved, but in cold water it is still there. Okay, that means it will take time to get dissolved in the water. That means in the hot water the sugar get dissolved faster than in cold water. From all those activities that we have done, we can conclude that the particles of matter are continuously moving. As we know that due to the motion, the particles possesses kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy? That is the energy possessed due to the body's motion or movement. That is called the kinetic energy. That means while moving, the particles possesses kinetic energy. And as we have seen in the third activity, as the temperature increases, there is increase in the kinetic energy. Increase in kinetic energy so that the particles of the sugar get easily dissolved in water. Okay, and this, due to this movement of the particles, they are able to get mixed into each other, into the particles of other matter, and that process is called diffusion. So what is diffusion? That is the intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own. That is called diffusion. If the question may be asked in the exam, what is the effect of temperature on the process of the diffusion? Then you can write the speed of diffusion will increase. Why? Because the kinetic energy of the particles will increase. Okay, that's why they move faster and they get easily mixed with each other. That is the process of diffusion. So this is in this way we have done two characteristics of the particles. One is the particles of matter have space between them, and one particles of matter are continuously moving. Now we will do the third characteristic. The third characteristic is particles of matter attract each other. To show the attraction between the particles of the matter, I have taken this iron nail and rubber. Say for example, if we want to break them, are you able to break them by stretching it? Okay, if we want to stretch it, it is not breaking. Okay, if we hammer the nail, then it will also not break. That means the particles of matter are having forces of attraction between them. Are you able to cut the stream of the water, students? No. It means that we are not able to cut the stream of the water. That's why we can conclude that there is the forces of attraction between the particles of the matter. So students, in this way we can conclude that the particles of matter attract each other, that are having forces of attraction between them. So this is all about today's topic, and what we have done? We have done the physical nature of the matter to show that the first one, matter is made up of particles. Second, the particles of matter are very small, that they are small beyond our imaginations. Okay, and next we have done the characteristics of particles of matter. Three characteristics are there. One, the particles of matter have space between them, and second, particles of matter are continuously moving, and third, the particles of matter attract each other. Okay, so you all have enjoyed the activities. Revise the topic again, and we will meet in the next video. Okay, till then, bye bye.